Are you looking after your heart? In the middle of all the work pressure, deprived sleep, unhealthy eating habits, and sedentary lifestyle, are you taking care of your heart? Heart ailments, strokes, diseases were traditionally considered an old age problem, but now they are turning into a silent epidemic among the young and those who seem healthy. Good evening, you're watching Fact of the Matter with Navya Singh. Today I want to start with a story. A young man in his late 20s left for work one morning. He was tired but in fine health. He had been working late into the night and skipped his breakfast to get to the office on time. As he walked down to get a cab, he experienced slight discomfort extending downwards in his left arm. He ignored it, thinking it's just because he had slept badly. Soon after he reached office, he collapsed and appeared breathless and was rushed to the hospital immediately. There, the doctors found out that he had suffered a heart attack. Now, this is not a story to scare you, but if this reminds you to fix your lifestyle, it is time to make a few changes. Until a decade ago or two, cardiac arrest or heart ailments were a danger only for older adults. However, over the past few years, there has been a dramatic spike in the heart attacks in those who are very young. In fact, people in their early 20s or 30s are dying or suffering from heart ailments and strokes. If we go by data, every minute at least 4 people die of heart attack in India, mainly in the age group of 30 to 50 years of age. According to a study conducted by the Trinity Hospital in 2013, every day 900 Indians under the age of 30 die of heart attack. In fact, studies suggest that in recent years, Indians have grown into one of the most heart-unhealthy populations in the world. While genetics play a role here, doctors point out that multiple lifestyle factors are also to blame for the rising levels of heart disease among young Indians. An increasingly sedentary lifestyle is to blame for the rise in lifestyle diseases in younger people. Poor eating habits, smoking, drinking, bad posture, sitting for long hours at a stretch, higher levels of pollution are all part of the problem. What we eat plays a major role in our heart health, particularly in the levels of sugar, salt, and different kinds of fats in our diet. Studies suggest that men who skip breakfast have a 27% higher risk of suffering a heart attack or developing heart disease than those who start the day with something in their stomach. The same pattern occurs when we talk about women who skip breakfast. Another important factor is physical exercise. Most young Indians are not getting the right kind of exercise and physical activity that they need. Experts say one major factor contributing to an unhealthy heart is lack of heart-healthy exercise. Doctors say young people are not health conscious, rather they are body conscious. Heavy workouts in the gym are not as good as heart-healthy exercises. While we see young people go for walks in the West, that is not the case in India. In India, we see more older people going for walks. Poor sleep patterns and stress also worsens the situation as they affect the body's ability to control several biological processes.
Heart disease in India occurs 1 to 2 decades earlier than Western population. That means in India the heart disease occurs in between 30 to 50 years, whereas in West it is 50 to 70 years. This is due to multiple reasons. Factors responsible for heart attacks in young, especially 1 to 2 decades early, is being mainly lifestyle, which includes complete lack of exercise in most Indians, smoking or alcohol abuse. It also includes our diet, which is high in carbohydrate, high in sweet, and also the weight gain, which most people have, lack of sleep, excess stress at work, combination of multiple risk factors like hypertension, diabetic, and other risk factors existing together. Heart disease, the younger people could adopt a healthy lifestyle, which includes eating right, not putting on too much weight, sleeping in right time, not trying to minimize stress as much as possible, not at all smoking, and most important, exercise regularly. So by doing this, you could delay the heart attacks or heart disease and maybe control it very well. Having, the younger people having heart attacks, heart disease is a huge burden on the society because these are economically earning people. Most of them are sole bread earners for the family. So having a heart disease in young Indians is one of the major, it has a big economic impact also to our society.
Another very crucial concept to understand when we talk about the health of our heart is the hustle culture. What is the hustle culture? A culture popular among youngsters where work is put above everything else. It has become normal for people to keep going and achieving more and more even if they have to compromise on rest. Research shows that hustle culture can really take over people's lives. Productivity is always praised, but there comes a point when it's absolutely essential to prioritize physical well-being. The effects of burnout are quite pronounced, and unfortunately, it is occurring more and more among young people. Let's understand how our work hours are linked to the health of our heart. The World Health Organization recently warned that working long hours is killing hundreds of thousands of people every year in a worsening trend that may accelerate further due to the pandemic. The study identifies working 55 hours or more per week as a serious health hazard. The report says that working 55 hours or more every week is associated with a 35% higher risk of stroke and 17% higher risk of dying from heart disease. Another important factor is stress. Taking too much stress may not be good for your heart, as long-term stress may lead to an increased risk of a heart attack. If we talk about the last 1.5 years into the pandemic, working from home has not been easy for us, with most of us juggling work, managing homes, and adapting to a whole new way of life. The stress we live through every day can affect our health badly. What happens to your heart when you're stressed? When you are stressed, the heart pumps blood faster to distribute oxygen to the muscles so that you're in a much better position to react to the situation. However, this action can contract the blood vessels and cause high blood pressure. As a result, too much stress makes the heart work harder and also increases blood pressure, giving way to a stroke or even a heart attack. According to the Indian Heart Association, nearly 50% of heart attacks in men occur when they are under the age of 50 years. Numerous studies have pointed to Indians being at a higher risk of developing cardiovascular diseases than others. Apart from genetic factors, Indians are also more prone to have diabetes, which is a major contributing factor. Doctors say a major reason for heart attacks at a young age is ignoring unlikely signs that you tend to brush off or ignore. These include dull chest pain, heaviness and pressure in the chest or upper stomach, pain or discomfort in the jaw, sudden sweating, shortness of breath, and other factors that we usually ignore. Now, what are the precautions that you can take to avoid heart ailments at a young age? First, fixing dietary habits. A bad diet plays a major role in the occurrence of a heart attack, which is why special care needs to be taken to fix dietary habits. Second, exercise. Light aerobic exercise should be carried out daily as it helps exercise the heart, making it healthier. Brisk walking, swimming, or jogging every day can also help in reducing heart attacks by at least 30%. In addition, it also helps you reduce weight and control blood pressure. Next, avoiding tobacco and alcohol. Excessive tobacco consumption is harmful as it can lead to inflammation in the coronary wall. It can also result in clot formation, causing heart attacks. Taking proper care of hypertension and diabetes. Those who have hypertension and diabetes are at increased risk of a heart attack. Hence, a regular checkup with a physician is a must. It is never too early to start thinking about your heart, but it is important to understand the impact of skipping meals, staying up late, working overtime, high levels of stress, and much more. Whether you're 20 or 45, it is important to take care of your heart.